Mencia. Who is the immigrant? If we are living in the same land, sharing the same sun. Who is the immigrant?
Introducing Alex Powers
Looking
to the
at
show.
your page, and that's a lot of words.
Yes,
on
a
your
lot of
paper.
words, a lot
That's
of words, but
words.
very important words about you. It's all about you. And she's going to tell us from our Ask Our American segment. Please welcome to the show, Alex Powers. She's an American stand-up comedian, actress, and writer from Baltimore, Maryland. Alex has also performed with Russell Peters, Bobby Lee, Brad Williams, Steve Byrne, Maria Bamford, and Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh my gosh,
to name a
that
few.
is just...
She was a finalist
Russell
for the
Peters is
2016
Canadian, by the way. He's Canadian.
All right.
He's Indian and Canadian.
Okay, Miss Powers. And she was a finalist for the 2016 Martin Grant. And in 2017, she appeared on season 3 of Laughs on Fox and Hulu.
I don't know
Is
why
that
you needed to read all of that.
Okay, and you moved to Los Angeles in 2012, and you live with a dog and a cat.
Well, I pay them rent. Okay. They let me stay there.
So Alex Powers is as American as they come. I think she's earned the qualification to be an expert on all things American. Do you think?
I don't know if I've earned the qualification to be an expert on anything.
Okay, let's try you out. So tell us about your heritage and your views of the holidays.
So this is interesting, I guess, because I'm adopted. So that plays a big part into not only my identity, but the way that I perceived other people, other groups of people, other demographics growing up, because there was always this ambiguity of my own ethnic. I mean, obviously, you look at me, it's clear I've had a white experience my entire life in this country. So, and that's, you can't dispute that. But you're obviously looking at my hair, and I am from Baltimore. And so I grew up in a setting, I mean, though I grew up in kind of, an affluent, white, predominantly white county, I had this hair that I just could not get a hold of. And it just was
beautiful.
It was just practical for me to go to black hairstylists. And if I had a nickel for like every time, one of my stylists speculated as to my heritage, and I mean, like the times that I would be getting my hair done, and they'd be like, Nay, come here, and they would be like, you literally look like my kids whose daddy is white, and you're like,
but you are
my
Jewish.
Mixed kids have your hair. I'm partially Jewish. I'm not even fully, I'm like, I've done 23andMe, and so that ambiguity has been cleared up. But yeah, I have like some North African and Middle East.
Really?
The Jewish side of me, which is about a quarter, roughly, is predominantly what she mentioned earlier, Sephardic versus like Ashkenazi. Ashkenazi Jews are Eastern European Jews. I'm not Ashkenazi at all. I'm not Eastern European whatsoever. I have no Baltic, no Greek, no Italian.
But you were raised as a Catholic.
But
right?
I was raised by a Catholic. I was adopted by a Catholic family.
So do you
and
practice
raised as
the
a
Catholic faith?
I do not, and I never did. I had an intense aversion to it my whole life. But I went to Catholic school.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I really want to give us a take on how you perceive what they've said and juxtapose that with how Americans see the holiday season in general.
Well, going back to just the most recent question, I mean, I do perceive the capitalism at play in the way that we celebrate holidays here. Like when we first started talking and you started talking to Muriel about Hanukkah, for instance, it is not a major holiday in Judaism. It's kind of a controversial holiday.
So here we just make it that valuable for...
Well, it fits nicely into capitalism. Hanukkah does.
I mean, we celebrate it in Israel pretty much, but here there's this like
it's different here.
You like it.
It's one of my favorite holidays in Israel because it's super chill and there's a lot of like food.
So it looks like you're on your own.
You're
with
looking
that.
at me with side eye. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying that Hanukkah fits in really.
It's not an initial. It was like added on after a few
So
thousand
let me
years.
let me ask all three of you. Actually, start with you. Are you afraid to become too Americanized in the way you celebrate the holidays? Maybe.
No, well, I have kids who were born here.
Okay.
And sometimes they're like, Mom, can we have a Christmas tree? you know? And,
That's an interesting concept.
And the thing is, it's like, well, I don't believe in cutting off trees and then having it in there for, and then throw it away after that. So
you can get it from Walmart.
Yeah.
It can be plastic.
But no, not really. I mean, you do what you can and, you it's just like it's not that important for me to just make it like in the commercial way, the way it is,
Yes.
to perceive it like that. So
Yeah, Muriel, what
It's
do you
really
think?
interesting because I'm not sure I'm planning to.
Because
stick
I think
around,
you're
have kids
loving
here.
this American
I think
style
there's something
so
very
much.
interesting about it. And it's not necessarily because of the American style. Maybe it's because of the fact that this is a minority in here.
Correct.
And it causes you to kind of come back to your roots in the
Yes.
things you're doing, not just in the things you're feeling. And I think there's just very intriguing. I'm not sure about the Christmas fuss. It kind of freaks me out.
Yes.
It starts like 2 million times, like 5 months before it even starts.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like the sounds in Trader Joe's and like Christmas music. It's so
It's very stressful.
I'm going to give
very
the last
intense.
word to Alex. And Alex, I want you to give them some wisdom about what
gosh.
they need to know about this whole...
What
No, you talk so much about
talk about
capitalism.
what?
Yeah, tell them.
What do they need to know about?
Being in America and celebrating the holidays.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be funny right now. I am a comedian by trade. But real talk, we're in a pivotal moment right now as Americans where we don't know what it is to be American or what that's going to look like yet. So be you, do you, you're here.
Absolutely.
You are American. You are forming, you are shaping the future of this country and what that looks like. So please, by all means, continue to influence our country and our culture the way that immigrants always have, because that's who we are. And, as a Jew, I can just say really quickly that one of the reasons why Hitler was so afraid for America to get involved in World War II was because he was terrified of the American immigrant. He was terrified of a group of people that would risk their lives and risk dying to have a better life. So immigrants are, America.
Well
And,
said.
That's
Well
patriotism in a
Thank you
nutshell.
so much for helping us out, Alex. Good luck with all your amazing projects.
Thank
I
you.
hope she was able to bring you some much needed clarity.
Happy Hanukkah.
Do you? She's happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Christmas as well.
Salam alaikum.
wa alaikum
Salam alaikum.
assalam.
There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Impact on KPFK 90.7 FM, where immigrants and Americans discuss America in the awesome company of my guests.